These rats, they think they can dig into our tunnels. But we will scurry shoot them out. None of their fungal growth shall stay. The great horned rat has decreed said it. The bad moon has spoken, and these rats shall not be allowed to live. Send the foul, stenchy goodness of the bad moon forward. We will tear down their knowholes and build more loon shrines to the bad moon's goodness. Now forward, get the mushrooms, destroy the rats.
MiniWarGaming, speak, Matt, Batrep!
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to this Beat Matt Batrep. I've got Jason here, aka Corporal Harris, bringing in some Skaven Clan Skryre. Is that correct?
That is correct. You got it.
And I'm going to be playing against my Gloomspite Gitz, so you get to see some of the newer armies facing each other to see how they fare. And I've even brought in some new stuff as well, the Sneaky Snufflers. I haven't played with them yet, and so we get to see them in action. And we're playing open war. We've already rolled the missions and everything,
Yep.
and so we're going to show that off in just a second. But it's going to be pretty straightforward. We've got you've got some elite Clan Skryre going up against some hordes of grots, backed up with some trolls.
We'll see how the grots like fire. Yeah.
I read their rules after I built my army. We'll talk about that in a second. And so we're just going to jump right into it. If you want to come in to play against us, especially as we're nearing getting ready for the new bunker, go to miniwargaming.com/challenge, check out all the details, and start planning your trip down to the MiniWarGaming bunker to participate in our battle reports and future events. Let's take a look at the armies. Over here we have my 1,250 point army of Gloomspite Gitz. It's actually 1,200 points. The other 50 will get me an extra command point to start. And what I've basically themed it around this time is a couple units of 40 grots. I don't want to do 60 grots anymore, they're just too good. So I thought, well, let's try a couple units of 40. It's more grots, I realize, but since they're in smaller blobs, then it should make them a little more manageable. I even considered bringing 4 units of 20 grots, just so you can run around and grab objectives a little better. So leading the whole thing is my general, which is my loon boss, right here. He's got the Dead Shouty command trait, which lets him use one of his command abilities per battle round, not per player turn, for free without spending a command point. And his command ability, it has to be the one from his war scroll. His command ability is that he chooses in the combat phase a unit of grots wholly within 12 inches, and if they roll 6s to wound in melee, they do a mortal wound in addition to the damage they were about to do. So that can be quite nice. So obviously we want to do that once we get into combat. And then my other hero is a Madcap Shaman right there. And he's already got the one ability, which the one spell, which I choose a unit and then it's -1 to shoot them. But the one I gave him is Hand of Gork. It's just my favorite. It allows me to choose a friendly Gloomspite Gitz unit wholly within 24 inches of him, but more than 3 inches from enemies. I remove him from the table, and I can place him anywhere on the table more than 9 inches from enemies. So essentially remove them and then deep strike them somewhere else. That'll come in quite handy. My battle line is 2 units of 40 grots. Since we're playing at 1250, I only need 2 battle lines because it's 1,000 point rules, just plus 250. So 2 units of 40. Each of them has 6 netters. They have 2 banners, one giving them +1 to saving throws against shooting, the other one +1 bravery. They got their musician and they got their little leader guy in there as well. We've got a unit of Sneaky Snufflers. So this is new. I haven't used these yet. Essentially, if they don't move at the beginning of the movement phase, they go around snuffling up mushrooms. That's what they're vacuum cleaners for mushrooms. And so they can move. They're not very good in combat. They're not very survivable. But if they don't move at the beginning of the movement phase, and then they can choose a unit within 12 inches. It has to be a Moon Clan unit, and that unit gets +1 to their +1 to their number of attacks. So if they choose a unit of grots, for example, then they would have 2 attacks instead of just 1. And then also I've got 2 units of Fellwater Troggoths, so they're old river trolls. That's the old river troll. That's the new ones. And so they're big, beefy. They like to spew horrible stuff all over you. It's -1 to hit them in close combat. Fun stuff. And lastly, currently not in reserve, but hiding on the table is a unit of 5 of my Loon Smasher Fanatics. They're inside one of these units of grots. I have decided which one, but I don't reveal that until they actually pop out of that unit. So it should be interesting to see how that works out. So they essentially show up at the beginning of any charge phase, mine or my enemies. I reveal them, place them 3 inches away from my unit, and then if it's my charge phase, they can charge, as long as the unit they came out of could have charged, such that they can't run, for example, and then reveal these guys in a charge. But they could deep strike them, for example, with that spell, reveal these guys, and then charge. If it's the enemy charge phase, I can't charge with them, but they could still block. They can get in the way of a charge, because they're supposed to be on bigger bases, too. They're supposed to be on 32 mils now. Got to change that. They always fight first. So before you start choosing units going back and forth, all the fanatics get to fight first. And they hit like a ton of bricks, but they're as squishy as can be. 1 wound each, 6-up save. And for over 100 and something points, they die really easily. So
Just a glass cannon.
yeah, they are a major glass cannon. They go in, they do their attacks, they disrupt a charge. That's kind of their big thing. And they do some damage to whatever was about to charge. And then they die. They die a horrible, horrible death. But that's it. So that's my 1250. And over here we have Jason's 1250 points, also just 1200 points, of Skaven, Clan Skryre. You chose to keep the extra 50 points because you wanted Inspiring Presence.
Yeah.
Before we rolled our mission, I'll tell you right now, the twist of our open war mission is that nobody has to take Battle Shock.
Battle Shock. So
yeah, and we both kept extra command points for that. My Loon Shrine gives that ability to everything within 12 inches, but
There you go.
yay! So walk us through what you decided to bring.
Alright, so my general is my Vermin Lord Warp Seer. He has a great Manipulator's ability, so every beginning of my turn, I roll a dice. On a 3+, he gives me an extra command point.
Oh, wow.
On a 6, I get D3 extra command points. His Scrying Orb gives him a re-rollable save, and once per battle, I can pick an enemy unit within 13 inches of him and visible, and they take D6 mortal wounds because he throws the ball at them, but his save is no longer re-rollable.
So when he gets desperate, he tosses it.
Yeah.
Or confident, overconfident.
Command trait is Master of Magic, so once per hero phase, he can get +1 to his casting, unbinding, or dispelling rolls. And his artifact is the Suspicious Stone, giving him an extra 5+ feel no pain.
So he's already got a 4-up save rerollable, 5-up ignoring wounds,
Yeah.
and then another 5-up ignoring wounds.
Correct.
Nice. So not really killable.
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard. Beside him, we got a unit of Storm Fiends, one with Rattling Cannon, one with the Warp Fire Projectors, and this one has the Shock Gauntlets.
So this is fun.
It's super
I've never seen something so adept at killing hordes as this thing. The way the gun works is very simple. He chooses an enemy unit within 8 inches.
Yep.
You count up the number of models within that unit that are within 8 inches of him.
Yep.
You roll that many dice.
And, for
And every 4-up,
plus-
he does a mortal wound.
Correct.
So if I have a unit of 40 grots and they're all within 8 inches, he gets to roll 40 dice. And we've checked this. This isn't one of those things where I misread it, that it's number of models in this unit or that unit.
Yeah.
It's actually very crystal clear that it's number of models within 8 inches he gets to roll. So this guy loves killing hordes.
He loves it.
And he could supercharge it too and roll 2 dice.
That is actually
Oh, that's not him?
Warp Fire Weapons team that can supercharge.
Oh, he can't supercharge?
He cannot. It's just
Oh, I thought
one
it was-
dice per him, yeah.
All right, because you've got this unit duplicated right here, and then
Yeah.
you got the Warp Fire team, which has the same weapon as him. So you've actually got 3 of those on the table.
Three fire throwers, but the team is a lot weaker and can die a lot easier. Yes. Yes. And then I got my Acolytes. They've got they're as weak as we can be. They've got an 8-inch ranged weapon though that can be thrown even when they run, and they hit on 4s. They wound on 4s, but they got a -2 rend, D3 damage on that.
Yeah, they do a lot of damage.
Yeah. And then my last HQ is the Arch Warlock. The Arch Warlock has more warp power spell. Goes off on a 7. It allows a unit to reroll hits and wound rolls, but at the beginning,
Melee or ranged, or both?
ranged.
Specifically ranged?
I am 85% sure.
85. That's a very specific percentage.
Super duper.
That's like on a 6, you're wrong.
Oh jeez, I hope I'm.
Or is it on a 1, you're wrong?
Let's make it the 1.
Take your pick.
Reroll hit wound rolls. Oh, that's even better. Okay.
Just period?
Yeah, just period. You can reroll hit and wound rolls for that unit until your next hero phase.
So it doesn't say melee or ranged or shooting.
No, it just says hit and wound. That's
Nice.
pretty big.
Yeah. Awesome. And then you've got your knot holes. And the way that your knot holes work is you have 3 of them. You can deploy them on the table within 8 inches of table edges. The simple thing is that in the movement phase, instead of moving, or sorry, yes, it's the start of your movement phase you do this, that a unit that is wholly within 6 inches of it, as long as there's a hero also nearby, they can jump inside and pop out of another one, be placed within 6 inches, more than 9 inches from enemies, but they can't move other than that.
Correct.
Because that is their movement. Also, they count as arcane and deadly. Arcane being that you get +1 to casting when you're near it, and deadly is only to me, it's not deadly to you. If I come within an inch on a 1, I take D3 mortal wounds to that unit. So kind of deadly. And you've got 2 of them on this side right here, and 1 over there. If you're not familiar with the open war battle plan generator, you can use the cards for it, or you can just use the tables that are in General's Handbook. Essentially, you get a random deployment. We ended up with this 1 table quarters, except you can start a lot closer to each other. There's 6 inches from the center, essentially. Our objective is random as well. It's drawn and quartered. Basically, we rolled off, and we each placed 2 objectives. So you're going to see them 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. They had to be placed more than 12 inches from the center, more than 18 inches from each other, and more than 6 inches from the table edges. At the end of each player turn, that player, I think it says, at the end of their turn, yeah. So at the end of your own turn, you get a victory point for each objective you control. And that starts in turn 1, because this is open war. They don't try to balance it by having it start in turn 2 or something. But the twist is grudge match. Units do not have to take battle shock tests. We are both disappointed in that. Because you're looking at my units of 40 going, oh, come on!
I could make so many run away.
And I'm looking at your units and I'm thinking, well, if I kill 2 of your big guys, they're only bravery 6, so the other one could run. Because we all know you're going to kill the one of those flamers last.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So that is going to be fun. So we basically just have to kill each other. It only goes for 5 rounds no matter what. There's no random battle length or anything like that.
It's just a war of attrition.
It's just fun. Maybe we'll get to see my ability of bringing reinforcements in with this guy.
Yeah, hopefully.
The way that works is at the end of each of my turns, I pick a unit of essentially stabbers or shooters, so a unit of big grots that has been destroyed on a 4+, half of them come back. Those that come back can't then come back again, so you can't just keep bringing smaller and smaller units. So I'll have 2 units that could possibly do that. My bad moon is going to start here, which means it's going to head that way. We'll talk more about how it works if it actually does anything. In deployment, you finish deploying first, Jason, so you get to choose who goes first. You'll notice I did not deploy close to his warp fire awesomeness. I got to choose quarters, so I chose the one with the most objectives nearby, obviously. So what do you think? You want to go first or second?
They're definitely. I'm going second.
You're going second?
I'm definitely
hoping for that double turn where you run up and then run up again and then destroy my whole army in one go?
That would be super awesome. It'd be a good time.
Really?
For me.
Really?
For me.
Is that what you think a good game is?
But nothing's going away.
Oh boy! Okay, I will go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Just before we get started, a big shout out to people who are helping us with terrain. Table War has provided us so many mats, and this is their mat as well, so you can check it out at their website. Greenleaf Terrain, of course, has made a lot of our terrain. That's where you see all the big stone stuff, a lot of these kind of walkways, even like these mines, he made those. And then this is actually the Goblin Town terrain from Lord of the Rings from Games Workshop. So that's pretty cool stuff. Right off the bat, I don't have anything to do in the hero phase. I guess I could toss a spell like Mystic Shield, just in case. Yeah, you know what? I'll try to throw Mystic Shield in these guys. And 6. I get it. And you're like 32 inches away, so you weren't able to disable that. So they are now Mystic Shielded because reasons. And movement phase, they are going to run. Larry. Although, before they run, is this a smart time for my Sneaky Snufflers to give them +1 attack? Do I need it?
I don't think there's any reason not to.
Yes, because they can't move the Sneaky Snufflers.
Alright. Yeah.
So essentially these guys will run away from them, and next turn I won't be able to give them +1. But if you're coming in, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to choose this unit. They're not going to move. I'm going to choose this unit and give them +1 attacks.
Alright.
And then they're going to run 3. You know what? I will just move up. We're actually not even going to use their full run. We're just going to get a bunch of guys within 6 inches, and we're going to keep the whole unit within 12 inches of the sneaky snuffler so that I could actually activate that again if I need to. We'll run my loon boss, just so I don't have to measure this. Boop. These trolls are just going to move up a bit. Being a little cautious. I should keep them a little further apart because they should be on bigger bases. I think at that point everybody else is going to stay still. I'm just concerned about your double turn, being able to move up and then just decimate me. So I just want to be cautious, be very cautious. And there's no shooting because my river trolls, my fellwater troggoths only have a 6-inch range. And so that is my turn. I am holding 3 objectives, which gives me 3 victory points. Hero phase. Now you said he has an ability that on a 3+, you get an extra command point?
Yes, and on a 6 it's D3.
So you're up to 3 command points now. You started with 1, you gained 1 now, and you just gained another.
So he's going to cast the dreaded Warp Gale. He's going to target the grots over there.
What's the range?
26.
Okay.
So
What do you need for this?
I need an 8.
I can't stop it. Oh,
6, 7, and then I'll use his command trait to give him +1 for 8.
So that's after you roll?
Yes, it was FAQ'd. You can do it after you roll.
Okay, and so what does this spell do?
It's D6 mortal wounds. They cannot fly, and you have your run and charge rolls until my next hero phase.
Nice.
Yeah. So
D3 mortal wounds?
D6.
D6 mortal wounds. So 5 grots die.
Yep,
no battle shock. Well, I wouldn't have to worry about that anyways right now because the Loon Shrine is right there. But still, if you kill enough of them, they remember that it has to be at least 30 or more to get their extra +1 to wound, and there are now 35 of them. And
Arcane Bolt.
Why not, right?
Right. Yeah. 10.
That's good. That's good. So D3 mortal wounds instead of 1, 2 more die. Yeah, we're not going to argue over a die that's mostly a 4.
My Arch Warlock's going to cast more warp power onto those Storm Fiends in front of him. 7.
Now this lasts for how long?
Until my next hero phase. But at the beginning of my next hero phase, they take D3 mortal wounds.
No, they're not going to get in any range to fire anything.
The Rattling Cannon might.
I checked it. I stayed more than 18 inches away from you. So I'm telling you this so that you don't throw that spell.
Shield it then.
Okay. Yeah, because you don't want to throw a spell that hurts them
for nothing.
Yeah.
These Storm Fiends are going to go through the knothole to the one just over there.
Whee! I'm sure it's an uneventful travel through. What is it they're traveling through, anyways? It's not the warp.
It's like a weird pocket in reality. It's like their own.
So I guess this is Skaven's realm gate equivalent, right?
Yeah.
The short range realm gates.
Yeah, in the book they even describe how they make them and stuff. Different clans have different ways.
So you have to place wholly within 6 inches of the knothole, more than 9 inches away from these guys, so there won't be any warp flaming.
Not yet.
And I'm half run or half charge distance, so even moving up 4, it's going to be a hard charge for them. Big guy is going to move 12 inches.
Oh god.
Doesn't fly.
Right up to here.
Still my objective. Shooter's going to move. Do you want to run them? Because they're not going to be in range to shoot. I'm not trying to bait you in. So I'm just making it clear. I've pre-measured everything to make sure they wouldn't get within 12 inches after they moved.
Yeah, they're good. They don't want to run.
Okay. And your team.
Warpfire team,
and
then these
your
guys.
Globadier guys.
They'll run up just so they can stay right behind everyone.
So they
4,
move.
so that's 10 inches, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, so you just basically plop them all next to there. Easy peasy, right? And then leave your Warlock on the objective?
I'm pretty sure he'll hold, I hold the objective whether he's on it or not. So
That's true, when you leave it,
it
remains yours.
So he's probably going to move up with the guys.
Into the shooting phase. The warp fire cannon, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you're talking to, is out of range, but the Gatling is 12 inches, and it fires at them.
3 D6 shots for the Rattling Cannon.
Well, average start.
Yeah.
11 shots. Hitting on
4s.
Actually, hitting on 5s.
Good. I
No, wait. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Never mind. It's actually hit on 4s.
No 4s.
I don't know why we're going over this. Wow.
3.
3 to wound. What's
-1.
what's the rend?
-1.
Okay, so they've got a 6-up save.
Yeah.
They've got at least 10 shields, so it's 5 up. I think it's either 5 or 10, but I got at least 5 or 10. And then my banner gives me +1 against shooting, so it becomes a 5-up. And I got Mystic Shield to reroll once. 5 up. Oh,
Hey!
wow.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, at least they are halved for their run and charge distance.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just, that kind of thing. No other shootings in range. Would you like... Well, hold on. At the beginning of the charge phase, I could drop my fanatics.
That's true. Dare you to.
Because they might be over there, right?
They could be.
Yeah, they could be. So the fact that I'm thinking about it right here still leaves you wondering which unit has the
Where's it
fanatics
coming
inside. I don't know. I am thinking about this. They can't charge in your phase, but... I don't know. Nope, fanatics are not dropping out right now. So, would you like to attempt to charge against them?
I feel like I might as well.
I think it's a 7-inch charge. Just roll it and we'll measure
I'll
it.
go with the Storm Fiends first.
Hold on, these guys?
Yeah.
Oh, they need a 9-inch charge.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, I guess. No, yeah, I've already said I'm doing it. I forgot that they could charge. I may have dropped fanatics if I had remembered they could charge.
Alright,
It's fine, it's fine. Don't get good. You do have command points to reroll it.
Yeah,
you got 3
as well.
command points. Yeah! Okay, no.
No, okay. Since he's Master Clan, on a 5+, whenever he spends a command point, I can regain it.
Oh, okay.
So on a 5+,
All right, so you still have 3 command points.
go.
I have a funny feeling you're not going to have to keep track of how many command points
no,
you have.
probably not.
Now he's going to try to charge.
He might as well.
He makes it. You're going to stay away from my trolls.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, we're going to our combat phase here. You get to go first with your awesome 6 attacks. You do have a netter close to you, though.
I'll just pile in closest to that guy. Just
Sure.
move away.
Sure.
There you go.
And so you're
on
hitting 4s instead of 3s. Oh, look at all those 3s!
Moly.
3s to wound? Hey, nice.
Alright.
That was like an acrobatic die.
-1.
Yeah. So -1 rend, so my 5-up becomes a 6-up, because that extra +1 only works for shooting.
Shooting, yeah.
6-up rerolling 1s. There's a 1. Can you imagine?
This is a 6.
No, 1 dies.
D3?
Oh, D3 die. 1 dies.
Guys, there you go.
Well, that was really impressive. Go, big guy. Go, big demon guy. My turn. I'm sorry, I failed to mention, at the beginning of the combat phase, I would have used his command ability.
Okay, yeah, for the 6.
Yeah, because I get to do it for free once per battle
Yeah,
round,
why
so
not?
he would have easily done that. We're going to pile in as far as we can get. How many wounds does this big guy have?
12?
Huh. Can you imagine if I actually killed him?
I'd be super impressed. I'll
Yeah.
disappoint, but super impressed.
Alright, well, we're going to obviously rank up as much as we can.
That makes sense.
I should point out, by piling in like this, it does take them out of the wholly within 12 inches of the sneaky snufflers, so if I do get the next turn, I won't be able to give them another +1 attack. But I thought it was worth it because I knew that you were probably going to charge, and then if you happen to get the double turn, well, then these guys will be that much more effective because of it. So let's do our attacks. We're going to start with there's 5 of the netters in range. So we're looking at 4 attacks each instead of 3 because of the sneaky snufflers, giving them that ability. 4s to hit. There's no minuses to hit your big guy, right?
Correct.
No rerolls. Normally 5s to wound, but they get +2 to wound because of the number of models. There's at least 30 of them, right? You haven't killed... No, you've only killed 8 of them so far. 8. And so they're wounding on 3s, but 6s will do mortal wounds in addition to the regular wounds. So we got 1 mortal wound, and then a bunch of other wounds. So start with your 4 upper rollable saves. Well, reroll. Okay, so 2 of them get through. Mortal wound and a regular. 5 up, 5 up. Nope. And no, okay. You're down to 10 wounds. Well, I can still hurt him. He's down to 10 wounds. You've made a lot of those 4-up saves. Let's do the rest of my guys. We got another 22 attacks from our regular guys, hitting on 4s. Decent again with the hits.
Yeah.
They wound on 2s though. 6s will be the mortal wounds. You know what? I actually did something wrong. We've got to remember this. That mortal wound that I did last time, we didn't roll for the regular wound. It's an addition.
Oh, okay.
So what we'll do,
I'll throw an extra.
we'll throw an extra wound right there. And then this one has an extra wound right there we'll throw in and we'll keep that separate. So you get your 4 up rerollable against that. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Oh, okay, 1 gets through. So that's now 5 up, 5 up. They got a 3 and a 4. So 1 more wound. Does that bracket him yet?
I think so, yes.
No, it doesn't need 1 more wound to be bracketed. Oh well. Battle shock phase, done!
Darn.
Done! You know what though, I would have auto-passed.
Yeah.
Because of the Loon Shrine. I've got 2 command points, so I've got Inspire and Presence ready to go. So really, we have a very important role. You want to double turn it because then these guys will get in range to start firing. And these guys obviously will be able to come up and hose down the majority of these guys.
Double turn.
Yeah, but I do win ties. This is not where I want you to have your double turn. Just FYI.
Okay,
2,
well.
as long as I don't roll a 1. Oh,
There
you
you
saw
go.
it. It looked like a 1 for a second.
There you go.
Woo! I am going to choose to go next. So we have Gloomspite Gitz, turn 2. Sorry, I should have actually rolled for the bad moon before we rolled. It wouldn't have changed any decisions.
No.
Hoping for a... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it moves to here. So it's going to affect this quadrant, which most of these models are not in. So I'm going to get an extra command point. Any grots that are within that quadrant, model by model, can reroll ones to hit. The trolls can reroll their regeneration or regenerate more if they don't need to reroll it. If you were in the quadrant, you could take mortal wounds, and that's essentially all that would happen. So it's not going to do much this turn. If I had jumped to the middle, then I don't know if it would make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
So I'm up to 4 command points now. This is going to be the redonkulous number of command points game. I'm glad I didn't bother investing points in anybody who gets more command points.
Yeah.
So let's go to my hero phase. We're just going to toss an arcane bolt. I'm not ready to teleport anybody yet. He's got the bad moon on him, so he actually gets +1 to his casting rolls. So it's just a 9 though, but you get +1 to your unbinding because you rolled an 11. So you stopped it. Movement phase. The Feldwater Troggoths are going to move 6. Oops. Staying 3 inches away from your big demon, but getting ready to puke all over him. Sorry, gotta spread them out a bit because they're bigger bases. These ones will move up 6 inches, all 3 of them. Actually, if I do it like this, we'll get within 6 inches of these guys. My loon boss is just going to stay near. I will run my sneaky snufflers, 4, so that's 9 inches. And they're just gonna pop over here. Like so. I could have spent a command point to make it just a 6 because they got
Why
like
not?
4 command points. And I just reposition these guys a little bit. You know, I'm gonna roll a run, so I don't have to worry about measuring this. Hey, they're running 9. Okay, so we're just basically repositioning back a little bit to cover this objective more. Like that. Fart sounds and all. Shooting! These guys hit on 2s. Oh, come on!
Love it, love it.
Come on! 3s to wound at least? There we are. It's -2, so you get a 6 up save. Just once. What do you... Oh, it's rerollable.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine.
Yeah,
it was the
okay,
reroll.
so then 5...
Hold on, I do D3 damage.
Okay.
3 damage. Oh, I can't
Oh,
believe 1 gets through only.
Alright,
5 up to ignore it. No, no, no. But you
5
can then
up.
ignore it again. No, no, yes.
Alright.
Oh, come on! That could have done so much more damage.
Yeah.
Down to 7. Oh,
almost.
oh.
There we
There we are. 2s to hit. Come on.
Alright.
3 out of 6 hit in total. 3s to wound at least. Come on. All right, they both get through. It's -2. What's their save normally?
6 up. 4 up to a 6.
So 6 up save now. D3 damage apiece. Do we kill one? Well, it's 5 wounds. That's pretty good. And you're going to injure the Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Intim arresting.
Because if the Doomball guy dies, then they're out of coherency and will die anyway.
Well, yeah, I guess it's true. I have no more shooting, so
We'll see.
you'd be able to
That's all right.
to pile in for some fighting, right?
Coherency.
And then a bunch of fanatics reveal themselves. Oh, I should actually spread them out. They should be on 32 mil bases, so I've actually made the rule that they'll have to be a little more than 3 inches away from the enemy. They are placed wholly within 3 inches of the unit they're hiding in, more than 3 inches away from enemies. And if it's my charge phase, I can have them charge. So let's just roll it. 5.
I should get in.
Yeah, we're in. Just gonna bring them over here. Always keeping them slightly apart. We'll get the pile in too. Trolls will charge. 3 inches. It's enough. And I can use the pile in to get the rest of them in, so not a big deal. You know, I'm gonna have them go this way instead, because they do have to stay a little further away from the heart. And these ones are 6 inches away, so they're gonna need a 6-inch charge. I don't think the general's close enough. Oh, no, they're within 12 inches of the general. Let's use one of my 4 command points. 8 inches, they're in. And we'll just jump up here. Rar, we are river trolls. You get the idea. They got 2-inch reach, so we're good. Beginning of the combat phase, I'm going to use his command ability. So it's only once per battle round that I get to use it for free, and then I got to start using my command points.
Uh-oh.
I know, right? So he'll put it on them. It's any Moon Clan unit, so it could be them or Squigs, but couldn't be the trolls. I wouldn't want to use the trolls anyways. It's all about whoever can do the most attacks.
Yeah.
Fanatics hit on 4s and wound on 3, so they have the same It's the hit roll that matters. It's the number of attacks and hit rolls. They have the same hit rolls. So I've got like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 attacks with them. These guys at D6 each. They could do more, but these are more reliable.
Yeah.
Yep. I just destroyed the terrain. Okay, you go back there. So I'm going to put it on the grots. The stabbers. Now the rule for the fanatics is they go first before we start going back and forth. So I actually get to go with them and then another unit. So they're going to pile in over to here. 3 inches. I doubt they'll just kill him.
I don't know. That -2 round is big.
One of them won't be able to get in. 4d6 attacks. Well, that's below average. 11 attacks. Sorry, math is good. 10 attacks. Hitting all 4s. Come on, baby. Well, that was average. Not like the roll for how many attacks I got. 3s to wound, please. Okay, 3 of them got through. -2, so you get 6 up rerollable saves.
Alright, saved 1 and then 2d3.
4 damage. You get 4 up rerolling. Oh, no, 5 up rerolling, sorry. Oh, dude!
1 damage.
I want to point out, if anybody thinks that Jason did that wrong when he rerolled his saves, because he should have counted the 4s and 5s as a hit, the rule, and many rules now are saying just reroll hit rolls, wound rolls. In his case, it says reroll save rolls. Yeah. So he could reroll successful save rolls, which the 4 and the 5 counted as, but he knew it wasn't going to be because it's a whole before modifier nonsense.
Makes sense.
I'm going to have the trolls go next. Just going to pile in. They got a 2-inch reach, so even with their bigger bases, they can rank up. I'm just trying to keep them apart from each other to represent that. So all 3 get to attack. We've got 12 attacks with them, 3s to hit. Not bad.
All right.
3s to wound.
All right.
Pretty average. 6s, I wish I had, no, I couldn't put the ability on them. The 6s don't do anything. They're -1, 2 damage. So you get a 5-up save, rerollable. So you're basically 5 up.
5 up.
Oh, come on, man! What is with you and your saves? You've been hot with the saves. Okay, now it did 2 damage, so you get to ignore those in 5s. And you ignore one of them, and not the other one. Not cool. This guy's, it's not even his rules, it's your rolls.
Yeah.
Keeping him alive. Now he gets to go. Who does he want to attack?
He does want to, the Storm Fiends want to attack.
Oh, right. Yeah. We had them over there.
Yeah.
You might as well, right? I have to admit, I did forget about them.
That's fair.
I may have done them next, but my fault.
So the Doomflayer Gauntlets, he's got 2d3 attacks. 2, 3
4,
attacks.
or 3, sorry. Hitting?
-1 to hit them, right?
Yes.
So he's hitting on 4s then. And 3s to wound.
Ooh.
Nothing, holy moly.
Any other guys will hit on 5s instead of 4s. Ew. 1 hit.
Alright.
3s to wound, you said?
Yeah.
Is there any...
rend, 2 damage.
I saved it.
There you go, okay.
Well, I guess we'll do my grots. They're coming in. We'll pile in just to get a little bit more in. I don't think that'll actually... I might be able to get like 1 more guy in because of the pile in. Yeah, well, 1 more guy. That's so good. So 5 of the nets. So 15 attacks, hitting on 4s.
I can live with that.
Yeah, that sucked. Nobody's in the bad mood for any rerolls. 3s to wounds, 6s do mortal wounds. Well, at least there's a mortal wound, and then there's in addition. So we'll have 2 regular wounds, which you save on 4s. Are you rolling? Nope. So then you got 2 wounds to try to save. 5 up, 5 up. Yes, and no. So your dice basically scale according to how well I do. Because I hit you way harder before. I know I'm moving your model here. They were just going to show. He's down to 4. He's down to 4. Let's pull that die out.
Yeah. We know.
But you saved the same number of wounds. Rather than 13 more regular grots. None of them are in the bad wounds influence, by the way. Oh. Well, I guess it makes up for the last round. 2s to wounds, 6s are awesome. And we get only 1 6 again, so I'm just going to throw in an extra die of the regular wounds. 4 up rerollable. Okay, that's average. And average. And then you get 5 up to ignore it. Nope. Oh.
There.
Oh. Well, he's down to 4 wounds, so he's pretty gimped. Who would he like to attack?
He's going to go after the Fanatics, actually. 3s.
So you're normally hitting on 3s, but 4s because there's netters nearby.
That's right. 3.
And then you're wounding on 3s instead of 2s because it didn't matter.
-1.
That I have a 6-up save, and you do D3 damage, and you kill them all.
First.
Oh, you so tanky. So tanky. And now my Fellwater Troggoths over here. 3s to hit. 3s to wound. 5 wounds.
-1.
-1, so you get 5 up save. So 3 of them get through, so that's 6 wounds. It's alright, you got Mystic Shield on them. Reroll those 1s. Yeah. Okay, good. So kills the 1 and does 5 damage to some other one.
This guy, so he's got 2 left.
So he's got, yeah. That's it. No battle shock. You would have to make a roll normally for him. You would throw one of your bajillion command points to Inspiring Presence it anyways. And that is my turn 2. Oh, we forgot to mention you got a point last turn.
Yes.
So the score was 3-1. I'm still holding 3 objectives. So that brings the score to 6-1. So in the hero phase, on a 3+, you'll get another command point. Hey, look, you've got 5 command points now.
So many command points.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Spells?
Yeah, Dreaded Warp Gale from the Warp Seer going on to the Trolls.
Go for it. I'm not going to try to stop that one.
That's fair. So D6,
so does D6 mortal wounds. 5. Ouch. So they have 4 wounds each, so 1 dies and 1 gets hurt. And then?
And then I'm gonna Mystic Shield the Storm Fiends by the Warp Seer. I might as well make it a 6.
So you're gonna use your +1. That's once per thing. I'll try to stop it. I do.
Love it.
And over here?
Warp Lightning Storm from the Arch Warlock.
To the Trolls. What do you need for this?
A 7. I'm gonna use a Warp Spark token to reroll it.
Now you'd roll that at the beginning. You have 4 of those in total.
Yes.
So reroll it, and you got it. So it does D3 mortal wounds to them. So 1 mortal wound. We'll have the one in the back take a wound. And for his second trick,
more Warp Lightning Power onto the Acolytes.
Let him reroll all hits and wound rolls, period.
Good to go.
You got it, I don't have anything to stop it. Movement phase. It's time for you to just keep him 3 inches away from those trolls. Those trolls are going to die. This is a lot of shooting that they're about to take to the face.
Go outside of 3.
Acolytes will shift.
I'm just going to move.
And then over here.
Yeah, that's fine. 3 inches right there. That should be good.
Just readjust that for the 3.
Oh, the tail. There we go. Does that look better?
And the 2 move up, staying 3 inches away from the trolls. Shooting phase, you're going to try to lash your tail at the trolls. You're pretty hurt, so you only get 1 attack now. 3's to hit.
There we go. All right.
Now for the pièce de résistance. So this guy chooses a unit, counts the number of models within 8 inches, rolls number of dice equal to that. Every 4+ is a mortal wound. So there are 18 of these guys in range. That's 18 out of 32. So you roll 18 dice. Each 4+ is a mortal wound. That is 8 mortal wounds. I'm going to kill the banner. That gives +1 bravery. Because... No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've killed 16 of them, which means they are now at 24.
Oh, good.
Your Gatling gun gets 3d6 shots.
Shots.
All right. Well, at least both of our shooting is sucking at this point, right?
Still getting -1 to shoot?
No.
Okay, so
That's
4s.
There was never a -1 to shoot. It's the nets were -1 to hit in close combat.
3s.
3's to wound. I get a +1 to my saving throws.
So
These are
-1,
so I get a 5 up save. Oh, I made 3 of them. Wow, our dice, the dice are hot for saving throws. How much damage do they each do?
1.
Okay. Then you're going to flame them too. There's 3 models. Each 4+ does a mortal wound. 1 mortal wound. Obviously, he's better at going after mobs than elites. And then the Acolytes. Now, they all have 1 attack, but each of those attacks can do D3 damage.
So I'm going to go down to 2 Spark tokens to give my Acolytes +1 to their damage characteristic.
So it'll become D3 +1?
Yeah. Just to make sure they die.
You're rerolling hits, wounds, and I don't get a save because it's -2.
I'm just making sure.
Okay, all right. You're down to 2 Spark tokens, man.
All right.
4 is to hit. Well, that was a crappy roll, but maybe the reroll will help. It does. 4 is to wound. Rerolling. More. Good thing again, because it was a crappy roll. Now each of these automatically wounds does D3 wounds, so you're doing it +1. So that's 9 wounds right there out of the 10 that I have.
Yeah.
Now you're doing minimum 18. You've killed them all.
Just making sure.
All right. I doubt you needed the +1, because you would have had to roll 1 of those dice as a 2 wounds, and the rest could have been 1s, and you would have killed them all. Ouch! So apparently whenever you use a spark token on a 1, you take mortal wounds.
Yes,
So we forgot to do that on your Warlock.
Yeah, for when I rerolled a casting spell. So for the casting on a 1, nothing, and for the spark token upping the damage, good to go.
You're good. Into your charge phase. They're just charging, obviously. And they go 9 inches. Where are you going?
It's a good question.
It is a good question, isn't it?
So I'm going to
wrap
bring
around.
it around here.
Well, if you can kill enough of them, might be able to grab that objective, perhaps. Beginning of the combat phase, I will spend a command point to give these guys that ability that 6s do mortal wounds, because that's been really doing something.
That's fair.
In the combat phase...
the Vermin Lord Warp Seer is going to go first.
Before he dies?
He's not going to die.
He's not going to die?
He's not going to die. It's crazy.
Okay. That's if you say so. Well, I kind of agree with you. So you actually have an ability that lets you retreat instead of fight.
With every hero in my army, yes.
Nice. All right, run away!
And he's actually going to run, because why the heck wouldn't he? So he's got 8-inch movement, so he's just...
Because he only has 6-inch movement right now?
Yeah, because he's so hurt.
Oh, disappointed. Well, it's my turn, I guess. I'm going to have my troggoths go first. And so he's already in base contact. We're going to say, I'm going to move him in such a way, he's got a bigger base, remember, but I'll just go like this, just to make us know that he's in base contact with both. And then this guy has to go this way, and he'll come into base contact with both of these guys. So it'll prevent him from moving at all. He can still kind of swing around this way. And obviously attacking. 8 attacks, hitting on 3s. 3s to wound. 1 wound, -1, 2 damage.
5 up.
So 2 damage. Big guy started at 7, he's down to 5. Their turn. So how would you like to do this?
The 2 with the guns, they're going to go on the trolls first.
And then he'll go on the grots.
I guess I got to declare it now, eh?
You do have to declare it now.
Yeah, I'll go on the grots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now he's the only one within 2 inches of a netter, so he'll have -1 to hit. Yeah, and they get -1 to attack Troggoth. So basically you're all -1 to hit.
Yeah.
But if he had attacked him, he would have been -2 to hit.
It's pretty big. So
where are you going to start?
5s then with my 2 gun guys.
So attacking the Troggoths first. Hell, you still get 4 hits. Not rolling any 4s there.
Nope. Looking for 3s.
Any rend?
No
so
rend.
5 up. So 2 wounds.
4 damage each.
2 damage each, so it kills 1 and wounds the next. And 3d3 attacks into the grots.
No, this guy has shock gauntlets, so he has 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, so
Oh, okay.
5s. Unmodified hit rolls of 6 explode into d6 hits.
Nice. So we're looking at 5s to hit. So you got 1 plus. So you got 6 hits. What to wound?
3s.
Any rend?
-1.
Is that a question?
It kind of is.
Yeah, -1, 2 damage each. So I got 6 up saves because I have 5 up normally. So 8 die. Is that enough to bring me below? You know what? We don't need you, musician. 5, 6, 7, 8. So that brings me down to 5, 10, 13. No, 14. But still, below the 15.
Yeah.
So no pluses to wound. All right, so obviously they will go next. Move the netters, obviously, in. Gonna make sure you don't get that objective yet.
So close.
I know, right? And we're gonna have to string them out a little bit to keep coherency with this guy in the back. So we'll just go like that. Netters first, hitting on 4s. Wow, 4 hits. 5s to wound, but 6s do mortal wounds.
Oh.
There we are. So we got 3 regular wounds, and no AP, and then just 2 mortal wounds. So 5 up saves.
Is it -1?
No,
4 up saves.
4 up saves. So you take 4 wounds in total. So he's almost dead. Hopefully I'll be able to finish him off. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more attacks. See, of course, now that I'm rolling way less attacks, I rolled way more 6s.
Great.
4s to hit. Only 2. Here we go. Double 6. Booyah. 2 wounds. No render anything. So 4s. Oh, 1 wound. We got him. See you later, alligator. Or see you later, radigator. No, I'm not sure. I'm confused. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm still within 12 inches of my loot shrine, so the whole battle shock thing hasn't really affected me yet. If you had to roll a 6, now you know you got Inspiring Presence, you could just do that.
Yeah.
With your bajillion command points, right? So that objective is still mine. So you got 1 more point, bringing the score at the end of turn 2, battle round 2,
6 to 2.
to 6 to 2. Before we determine who goes first, we've got to move possibly 4. So it goes to the center, which means it now affects the entire table. Which could possibly, I can choose a unit and possibly do mortal wounds to it. Your wizards will be a -1 to cast. That's the only negatives you need to remember for your side. Yep, you're rolling a red or orange die. I'll roll a white one.
Okay.
I win ties.
Oh yeah, you do.
Go ahead, you roll first.
Yeah.
Okay, no, roll it again, roll it again, roll it again. That one was close enough to. Okay, 4. Go! All right, you taking the double turn?
Yeah, I got it, I guess. Yeah.
Do you got it?
Why not?
Is now the best time to do it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
Hero phase, you gain a command point plus on a 3+. Whoop!
No!
Oh no! You've only got 6 command points now. Oh no! I should point out, now that the bad moon is affecting everybody on the table, your wizards are -1 of their casting.
Yeah.
Speaking of casting,
The Vermin Lord warps here. He's going to use the dreaded warp gale on your loon boss.
the Loon Boss.
Cast on an 8.
So you get -1, but +1 because of the gnaw hole. And you don't have any way to buff that.
No.
Unless you use that spark to reroll it?
Yeah, no, that's only on a Skryre wizard.
Oh, okay. Arcane Bolt.
Arcane Bolt. 6.
That's a 1 mortal wound. I might as well try to stop it because there's nothing else in range for me to try to stop. I don't know if I get +1 on binding. Let me double check that. So no, I do not get +1 to unbinding, just +1 to casting. Where do you want to throw that mortal wound? Want to kill a grot?
I'm going to make the troll easier to kill.
Okay.
That way at least one attack has to go through.
I should point out, somebody may have already put this in the comments. When I did the sneaky snuffler extra attack thing, I didn't roll a die. You're supposed to roll a die and get equal to or less than the number of models in the sneaky snuffler unit. There's 6 of them to start, so there's no sense in rolling the die at first. And now the spell warp fire, I don't know what it's called.
More warp power. It procs, so my Skaven acolytes take D3 mortal wounds.
One of them dies. Poof. And then Mystic Shield onto your Storm Fiends. And you rolled an 8 and got it. Movement!
These guys are going to run.
Didn't.
A lot.
So 12 inches.
So I'm just going to bring them up here.
So not the full.
Not the full. Yeah.
Acolytes will run too.
Uh,
Are you within 6 inches of your Warlock?
no.
It's close enough. It's like 6 in the sliver. So you use one of your
One of my many command
6
points.
command points to change that 1 to a 6.
Yeah.
And you're not even gonna roll. You're just gonna use a command point to auto run 6.
Yeah, I might as well keep them up
That's
there.
how many you have.
Yeah,
You get to hold on. At least you get to keep the objective. A big ol' Vermin Lord moving a little slower, keeping more than 3 inches away from enemies. Shooting. He's gonna kill all the grots probably. Is your Gatling gun gonna fire at the grots too?
The Gatling gun is just going to go into the troll.
Okay. So 14 hits on the grots. 4 is to do mortal wounds. So you kill 7 of them. So 7 of them die. Well, I'll kill the leader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the Gatling gun. 3d6 shots. There we are. Well, 9. That's alright, I guess. 4s to hit.
That's good.
3s to wound. Can you kill him? Probably. Is there a rend to this?
-1.
So he has a 6-up save with 2 wounds left. Ooh, just got him. All my trolls are dead.
And I'm doing
And he'll whip his tail attack at them. Only 1. So 3s to hit, 3s to wound. What is the...
-1.
Okay, I don't have my
1
shield
damage.
save anymore. So I get a... I still have my... Wait, no, I killed my other banner. So, yeah, you just kill him. All that's left are netters.
Deadly.
And you want to toss your scrying orb?
Yeah.
But it's kept you alive so well.
Oh, I know.
So does it automatically hit, or do you roll the hit? Because I know it does, what, D6 mortal wounds?
Once per battle in your shooting phase, you can pick one enemy unit within 13 inches of this model. Invisible to them, the unit suffers D6 mortal wounds.
Oh, that's good, because I would be like -3 to hit.
Yeah, no.
So how many wounds does he have? I think I only have 4 or 5. Let me check. There are 5 wounds on him, so you need to fight. He switched to Luca's die because he thinks my die will betray him.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh!
Luca.
Bam! Ah!
Gonna
Gonna do a charge with your Vermin Lord? Fails.
Command point, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes it 5+. You get the command point back.
Yeah.
Roll it. Just roll it. Just roll it.
Right,
That's right. Yep. No, you don't. Oh no, you only have
down to 3.
3. What you gonna do with your big old charge?
I need
Just-
to kill.
Yeah, you need. That's the hard thing, right?
So I'm gonna go like that. So that way you can't spawn guys close to me, I think, right?
I can. They're within I have to stay more than 3 inches away from you.
Oh, that's so big.
Within 12 inches.
Yeah, I'll leave him there.
Okay. So who's fighting first? I can't buff them.
Yeah, the Vermin Lord may as well go first.
So 4s to hit because of the -1 from the netters.
Okay.
Oh, look at those 3s.
3s.
3s to wound.
Oh,
no!
Goodness.
Not much of a choice how I'm going to do this. So he's going to come this way. Because he's closer this way, but everybody else is closer to him. So we're going to keep our coherency with him. And we're going to get, whoops, 5 of them on him, and he won't be able to fight anything. Ah! Sorry, keep moving your model. You threw away your orb! But I don't have any mortal wounds anymore. 4s to hit you. If I kill him with this, with no buffs, 5's the wound. 3 wounds. You get your regular 4-up save. Oh, come on, man. 5 up to ignore it. 5 up to ignore it. Ah, surprise. Hey, you need to kill 4 of them with these guys to get me off the objective.
Alright.
Hit me on 5s, though, because of those pesky nets. How many did I say you had to kill? Oh, no, you can't.
Okay, no rend.
Well, only 1 hit?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, because of the -1 they hit on 4s. So
6 up.
5s.
6 up, Dave! Oh, no.
Oh, I needed that objective.
Well, I know, I don't, no, yeah, I can just retreat off of you. At the same time, you didn't kill them, which means I don't get to start bringing them back yet, so, you know.
Yeah.
Silver lining, silver lining.
There you go.
Well, that's your turn. You got 1 point.
I got 1 point.
So the score is 6 to 3.
Yeah.
We're just gonna jump right into my turn 3. Now, I have a bad wound on the entire table, so right away I can choose a unit. If I roll equal to or less than the number of models in that unit, they take D3 mortal wounds. So I could just automatically do D3 mortal wounds to your globe guys, but I really don't care about them. So I'm going to try to see if I can punk off one of these. So I got to roll a 2 or a 1, which I don't. I'm going to do Hand of Gork, try to teleport something. It needs 7. I get +1 because of the bad moon. I fail. Oh, I was going to go to your objective and get 4 points and really just try to get so far ahead that I have a hard time catching up. These guys are going to retreat and run. 1 inch. I'm not close enough to use a command point. The guy in the back is able to make it, so that's all that mattered. They're going to die this turn, but I'm just going to hold that objective for 1 turn longer. Yeah, so I still have 3 within 6, so they're holding that objective. Sneaky Snufflers are going to run. 2. They are not within 6 inches of my wizard, so I couldn't just change that to a 6 like I wanted to. They're just going to come like this. Very simple job. Quite simple. And yes, I am a cowardly grot. These guys will run. Yep.
Yeah.
Now I need to be careful that you don't... No, you're not anywhere near knotholes.
No.
So you're just... There we are. Something like this. Keep the netters out front, naturally. There we are. My wizard is going to run. 3. I'm command point out to make it 6.
Yeah, sure.
He's gonna run back to here. Well, that's my turn. That's 3 points for me.
That's 9 to
9 to 3.
Yeah.
So if I win the next roll off and get to go again, I don't think you can catch up.
I don't think so after that point.
Because you're already 6 points behind.
Yeah. I might be able to do some work if I get this.
I gotta get a double turn though.
Yeah.
Which means I gotta beat your roll because you win ties. Alright? So you get to go next.
Alright. Gotta go first.
So yeah, obviously. The score, yeah, because otherwise I attempt to teleport, I take that objective, I just sit still,
Yeah.
and I get, not possibly, I get 4 points.
Yeah.
Which brings me, it would bring up to 10 to 3. You would have 2 turns. You'd have to get all the objectives, both of those turns.
Yeah.
And while I'm sure you could get some of them, I don't think you could get all of them, considering how many grots are sitting on there. And the moment you finish off the grots, they can, on my turn, they can start coming back. So,
Rough.
but since you get to go next, you still have a chance. 3+, you get another extra command point. Oh no, you don't.
No.
Oh no. Back up to 4. Dreaded Warp Gale to try to do D6 mortal wounds. Go ahead. You are still -1 you're casting.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna use it on the.
Wait. You might not be. Does the moon move?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
This is where I want to roll a 1. So no, you're not -1. It basically moves back here. It is now affecting this quadrant. Yeah, so he's in the quadrant. He'll have -1, but he is not. So what do you need to roll?
I need a 7 because it's an 8, and then my command.
You could use the +1 then. Well, there's your 7. So you use the +1, but you can use once per turn.
Yep.
All right, D6 mortal wounds on them. They've got 2 wounds each. Oh, you're doing him?
Well, no. I'm just saying you could stop it. No?
Oh, I could try. That's right. Yeah, I might as well. Sorry, what'd you roll? 7,
I
which
got
one's
an
an
8.
8?
Yeah, I got
So I need to roll a 9 or higher. No. So D6 mortal wounds. They're 2 wounds each, 1.5.
I don't
Kill 1 and. Well, you know what? Let's go to the. That's the edge. That's fine. And then the arcane bolt. 5. So you make it so 1. I don't have any way to stop it. So. Oh, sorry. You said the netters.
Yeah.
So we'll kill one of them.
I'm gonna do regular.
Regular what?
Regular warp lightning storm. So need an 8 because he's getting -1.
Fails.
6.
You want to use a spark to re-roll it?
No, just because it's an 8 right now. No.
Oh, okay. Boring Mystic Shield, because the more really isn't necessary. They are now Mystic Shielded.
Love it.
Moving 6 inches?
Yeah, I gotta get over there. Nothing.
Your team at the back, they're going to run. They have done a lot. They've kept my guys back.
Yeah.
I've stayed far away from your army because of all your fire teams. So I get close, you're just going to destroy me. These guys will just kind of shuffle, staying 3 inches away.
Yeah.
Annoyed that they can't get closer.
8, so I'll miss 1. That's alright.
You're fine. You can. I'm sure you got enough firepower to take care of my front line here.
You're right.
These guys are a speed bump, nothing more. If they somehow do something more than be a speed bump, I will be thoroughly impressed. And then your Warlock will just kind of keep up behind them.
Yeah. They'll come like this. Just move over some.
Shooting. Both these guys are going to fire at the netters.
Yeah.
5 attacks on the flamer. 4 is to kill. 3 of them die, and then 3d6 shots.
14.
You know what?
Yeah.
Roll it just in case.
Yeah.
4 is to hit. 3 is to wound. Just get 2 3s. You got him. He actually killed all of them by himself. He's like, don't need you. 14 globes into them. 4 is to hit. Oh!
Don't need more warp. Huh?
Yeah. I baited you out of using
Yeah,
it.
you did.
I'm sure you won't kill it with the other. Oh no!
No, not that.
D3 die or D3 wounds. Because you did 1, right? 3's to wound.
No, it's 4's to wound.
Oh, you did need it. Oh, I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4 with the flamethrower.
Flamethrower does 2 mortal wounds. Oh, you were right. I'm sorry. I'm like, you don't need it. You got so much firepower. Now, still, mind you, you're about to. You should be able to kill them with charging.
Right.
Big units charging.
Big boys, yeah.
They're in. You don't. It's 12 inches, man. You don't need to measure. Just there you go.
All right.
And the acolytes will charge too. Why not?
I'll tell you why not. Because then I'll kill them, and you'll kill them with your giant squad here. They're gonna stay there. Nice try.
Oh, I wasn't. I thought you was. Don't say nice try. I thought you were gonna do
I'm
it.
watching you.
I'm not trying to get you to not do things. So you got your big old shock maul.
No, he's got the Doomflare Gauntlet. So
So-
he's got 2d3 attacks each. 3 attacks again.
You mean 2d3 attacks? Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he has, since he charged, he's hitting on 2s.
Okay.
And 3s. Oh my
Ugh.
goodness.
Yeah.
-2
That's good. How much damage?
for 3.
So it kills 2 of them, and then you got your other guy. Hitting on 4s,
Alright.
wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
Is there a rend? There is.
Yeah, no rend.
But 2 damage?
Yep.
So 6 up, otherwise 1 dies.
Oh,
Well, we'll leave him there. He's got 2 attacks, 4s and 4s, no rend. Booyah! Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. End of your turn, you control 2 objectives now, bringing the score to 9 to 5. This is your 4th turn,
yes. Yeah.
so you lose.
That sounds about right.
Because you'd have to get 4 points next turn to win, assuming I didn't get any points this turn. All I have to do
I
is...
basically have to wipe that out.
Oh, we probably could have calculated that
Well,
and realized that you couldn't have done it.
We got another turn in. It's all good.
Yay.
There you go.
Yeah,
Game.
good game.
All right.
Little anticlimactic right there. Like, oh wait, I win.
Wait a sec.
Wait, no, I want to teleport. No. Oh wait, no, I did. That's 7. Can you beat it?
Oh, I hope so.
You did.
Yes, I
Dang it.
can.
He's like, oh come on. It's like
No.
hand to Gork. Just get slapped away by the rat god
Oh, that was a game.
because he would have teleported over there to grab another one.
Yeah.
And wow. So good game.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was a good
I won simply because of the objectives. Because you
because you had 3 on this
kicked,
side, yeah.
you kicked the crap out of me. Now, at the end of my turn on a 4+, I may have had some reinforcements come back. And that, you know, if it was a close game, that could have made a big difference because I could plop them down, like over here or over here to grab the objective. If I actually made a teleport off earlier, then you would have really been in trouble because I would have held that back objective too. But that, as I say, is that I was terrified of your warp flame,
Fire throwers.
warp fire throwers.
They always did average. If there was like
Yeah, but
14 guys within range, that was 7 mortal wounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of mortal wounds, man.
It is super big. Yeah.
Imagine if I ever actually engaged them fully with my squads. Just 40 dice.
That would be a good time. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, well, that's why I made sure to engage them with the trolls, right? Well, we're going to play another game, Skaven versus Gloomspite Gitz. We're going to change up the armies and play another game in the MiniWarGaming Vault at the link below. So you go and check that out right now to see what we're going to... What's the major... Can you already know the major change you're going to make?
I think I won't bring the warps here, and we'll see what'll happen, what I can add with that.
Just kind of switch out a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I'll do. I think I'll do... Let's try a troll army.
Oh boy.
Oh boy?
Oh boy.
All right. So go ahead, click the link below to go watch that right now. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click it, get a free 7-day trial. I have to tell you right now, the Vault member is the only reason we can do this. That is what supports us and allows us to make enough money to hire the employees, have the space, everything else. So we really appreciate that. And Jason, I appreciate you coming into play.
Oh my gosh, I appreciate you, Matt.
Oh, well, thank you.
Gosh.
Thank you. Oh, there's so much happiness in this room right now. Go check out the next game. Happy wargaming.